So I pursued English and Literature, the Bachelor of Education. I practiced for a few years. I began to shift to pursue what is called pharmacology in University of Nairobi. That's how I got our certification, got approval, and became licensed as a herbalist. People think that when you deal with herbs, umeingia kwa uganga. We have the necessary certifications. We have the necessary, accreditations that ensures that our product can be used. You see, our product can be used in Kenya. We can sell our products in Africa, in the entire Africa. We are able to get formulations that are able to deal with chronic illnesses, focusing on areas on reproductive health, on cardiovascular health, and other related conditions in ensuring that we lower side effects, as opposed to the conventional forms of treatment.
Okay. What's your most rewarding moment?
And I had a knock on the door. Someone got in with a child, a newborn baby. And I got surprised, who is this? To my surprise, is a lady that we gave formulations when she had tried to conceive for the past 16 years.
Oh.
But we put her into a structured protocol, formulations, and a well laid out guide that was able to bring her the results. When we offered natural solutions, we were able to see an impact. Thank you. My name is Dr. Robert from Digimal Herbs. I'm a seasoned herbal specialist focusing on natural wellness at Digimal Herbs. We usually promote natural healing, and most importantly, helping people to have an awareness about natural medicine, alternative treatment.
Hello everyone, how are you doing? Well, today we have the pleasure of speaking to the founder of Digimal Herbs, a wellness brand that is using herbal solutions to support natural healing. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is Adventures in Business on Influencer TV Kenya, and my name is Joan Mwaneki. This episode has been sponsored by Prime House Interiors Limited. Let's get this done fast.
Thank you. My name is Dr. Robert from Digimal Herbs. I'm a seasoned herbal specialist focusing on natural wellness at Digimal Herbs. We usually promote natural healing, and most importantly, helping people to have an awareness about natural medicine, alternative treatment. Thank you.
All right, Dr. Robert, why Digimal Herbs?
Digimal Herbs was founded around 8 years ago, out of a passion and out of a desire to come up with natural solutions that are opposed to the conventional forms of treatment. And its focus is basically to ensure we are able to get formulations that are able to deal with chronic illnesses, focusing on areas on reproductive health, on cardiovascular health, and other related conditions in ensuring that we lower side effects, as opposed to the conventional forms of treatment.
Okay.
Joan, I realized actually around 60 to around 80% of Kenyans and around Africa are using herbal medicine. And I realized this is a really good venture on the basis that people really opt for natural wellness where they have a minimized side effects from the health solutions that they get.
Okay.
And therefore, we thought of a system whereby we can come up with a natural wellness that minimizes side effects and optimizes health and fitness through natural, means. And for many, natural methods of treatment are usually cheaper, affordable, and they are able to give what we would call holistic wellness.
What exactly sparked the idea of this kind of business, that you're dealing with herbs and, all that? There must be something that led you to that one particular thing and not actually going to the hospital and injecting people and so on?
When we offered natural solutions, we were able to see an impact. And I remember some of the initial cases that we were able to have situations where, there were presentation of chronic problems. And I remember one instance, I had a woman having an issue of tubes blockage. And it had been ruled out. She can never conceive naturally on her own. And she was advised she had to undergo IVF. And we gave her some formulations, and she took for around 3-4 months, only to come to a surprise that she conceived naturally just from formulations. And this began to ignite some passion to bring impact to lives. And that's what has really motivated us into coming up with standardized traditional forms of treatment that we have modernized with the modern science in order to come up with formulations that are able to handle cases that are chronic and health conditions that have been prevalent, especially in today's world.
There are other people out here that are doing the same kind of business. They are in the same space as you. How do you stand out from them? How do you deal with that competition from the same space?
We have a vision, we have a mission, and our focus is basically to promote wellness and ensure we help people to prioritize natural treatment and achieve holistic wellness. And we have a well laid out plan as Digimal Herbs. And that limits us from, trying to look at what are other people doing. And because we also miss out a yardstick or a case studies from other people.
Okay.
So we basically focus on the impact that we are causing to the clients and the patients that we have. So basically, we may not have really much, it's good to have competition, but actually our focus is not on what other people are doing. Our focus is on how much impact we are causing by the solutions we are providing to the people.
What are some of the challenges that you always go through or you've gone through before? And how did you overcome them? And if they're still there, how do you overcome them to date?
For many people, when you talk about herbs, when you talk about plants as forms of medicine, it may sound primitive or backwardness of some sort. But basically, this is one of the reasons why at that time we were actually initiating Digimal Herbs. We encountered a lot of skepticism, a lot of criticism, and people, you get, clients that are like, are you sure these formulations, are you sure I'm going to be helped? Are you sure that my condition is going to heal? And that was a very hard time. And I remember those times, even when you're doing the marketing and all that, people were outrightly resisted, getting treatment from us because for many, natural wellness and natural treatment is not really well embraced. And for us, we allowed ourselves to be consistent, we became persistent, and we also ensured that we are able to give solutions that are timely, a well laid out structure, and we allowed the results to speak for themselves.
So who are your typical customers, day to day, and what's the product that you sell the most?
Our key areas of concentration is I have some few products here. We have key areas we have this product here known as BioFlash Pro. You can have a look, Joanne. It's one of the best remedies that we've been, we come up with formulations that are well structured to handle certain conditions. Like this BioFlash Pro is able to deal with STIs, UTIs, and chronic infections that have been, persistent. And this is one of the products that have really prevailed in the market today. Basically because its objective is not just to clear the infections, but also create a defensive mechanism against those kind of infections. As opposed to how maybe antibiotics will do. You find that when you take an antibiotic, it will clear out both good and bad bacteria, and that becomes a problem. But for such a product like this one, you find it's able to deal with such kind of infections and be able to ensure we optimize a defensive mechanism against the infection. Others are we have what we call the red Bacardi. Some of these are very renowned supplements, like we have what we call ashwagandha. That's an adaptogenic. Adaptogenic are a type of herbs that you take and you feel calmness. There are people struggling with sleep. People struggling to, get rid of some hormones like cortisol hormones. Here, when you have high levels of cortisol, your body is not able to shed weight correctly. So you use something like ashwagandha, and cortisol levels begin to drop and get to their threshold, and a person is able to achieve good results out of the same. Things like red maca is a remedy made from the maca roots from the Peruvian hills in India, and the red maca is able to help women, balance the testosterone levels. It's a very strong adaptogenic. It's able to boost things like libido. It's able to boost, the testosterone in men. It's able to boost the estrogen in women. It's able to balance the cycles in women, and works very well. Of course, there are other forms of formulations like what we have, the Dada suppositories, basically made from boric acid, and is able to deal with things like, yeast infections. Within 24 hours, if there's itchiness, it's gone.
Wow.
And besides that, it's able, to balance the microflora in women. You find women, like nowadays, people love sweets, cakes and all that. And sometimes the microbiome is kicked out of balance. And you require something that can balance, the microflora and be able to clear out such problems like yeast infection. So it's one of the remedies that we have, and it's able to create a lot of impact. We've been able to see results out of the same and be able to, make an impact. And that's what keeps us going.
As an entrepreneur, for the time that you've been an entrepreneur, what's your most rewarding moment?
Our most rewarding moment, like Joanna, I'll give you a story. It's just a few days ago, a woman decided to visit me. And I had a knock on the door. Someone got in with a child, a newborn baby. And I got surprised, who is this? To my surprise, is a lady that we gave formulations when she had tried to conceive for the past 16 years.
Oh.
16 years trying to conceive. She had tried all methods possible, didn't work. But we put her into a structured protocol, formulations, and a well laid out guide that was able to bring her the results. And I was really happy. This keeps me going.
Okay.
Being able to meet a woman who has been frustrated but has achieved happiness, has brought joy back to the home. People contact me and tell me, oh, Dr. Robert, my family is in chaos. My husband is on me, my wife is on me. We can't manage to get children, and it becomes a huge frustration. And what keeps me going is realizing that I'm able to make an impact in such a family. Is when joy has come back in such a home.
Yeah.
And that gives me joy, that keeps me going, that motivates me, that gives me the desire to wake up and continue to do what I do.
What advice can you give to other entrepreneurs out here?
It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be, a walk in the park. And I can tell you, you just need to discover what are some of the solutions you need to provide. Because it's about what problems do you want to solve. And once you realize the problems you want to solve, embark on getting strategies to solve these problems. And that's where you'll be able, to grow up, and money, comes as a reward from what you are doing. It doesn't come as a way which you have made a focus or you have prioritized making money as the priority. You have to embark on getting to understand what's the problem I want to solve.
People will be asking, oh, where can we visit Dr. Robert? Maybe you can tell them where to find you. If it's on social media, if you have a physical shop, just let them know that.
Our location is Accra Road. We are based in CBD. We are based at a street called Accra Road in a hotel known as Accra Hotel, 4th floor. The office name is Digimal Herbs. We have social media handles like Digimal Herbs in Facebook, Instagram, and our contact is 0721 99 4080. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. As you've heard, joy is coming your way. For now, just allow us to take a short break. We are coming back soon. Hello, great people. It's the grand unveiling of elegance, luxury, and timeless beauty. Welcome to the Haven of Beauty, Sapphire Salon and Spa, and of course, design done by the best, Prime House Interiors Limited. How was your experience working with Prime House Interiors Limited?
The design is what we want, and it features a salon, VIP salon, and it is very good. Anyone who wants to make this business can go with Prime.
In a scale of 1 to 10, can you rate them? 10 being the highest.
I actually rate 10. 10 out of 10.
Amazing. How about you?
10 out of 10.
We are happy that you had a very good experience working with Prime House and you're actually satisfied client. So whenever there is another project, we'll be there for you.
Yeah,
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for waiting on us. We are back to continue with the conversation, and I hope that you're going to have fun with us over here. Utotoni wako, like, what did you love doing as a child?
Well, grown up in a family of 4. Mm-hmm. Grown up in a place known as Kirinyaga. Mahali kwa baridi. But I got born in a place known as Kandogu, which is in Mwea. I used to love, I think I'm the kind of a person really intrigued by art. Mm-hmm. So I think that used to be my line, and I thought maybe I would pursue something related to that area. Mm-hmm. I went to school in a primary called Raimo Primary, which is in Kirinyaga, and went to a high school known as St. Elias in Kirinyaga. It's a day school, and from there, what I pursued in university, KU, is a Bachelor of Education. English and Literature. From there, of course, I practiced for a few years, but I began to shift. And I began to feel like I need to change. And I began to pursue what is called pharmacology in University of Nairobi. Mm-hmm. And that's how I got our certification, got approval, and became licensed as a herbalist. And from there, I plunged into this discipline of alternative medicine.
Interesting. That is beautiful. Like, I would have never thought that ushaikuwa mwalimu mahali. But it's fine. So from loving music to doing education, ukakuwa mwalimu wa kizungu.
Exactly.
Okay. All right.
They used to call me Kemoda.
Kwa nini? Kwa nini?
I think it's because I used to be a little bit bigger maybe than the other teachers.
Okay, makes sense.
Then when I entered the class, of course, the greeting used to be one. So that means in the Kikuyu, it's like, let's continue from where we stopped.
Okay, one of those teachers.
So when I say one, and then they reply, one, and then we begin.
Actually, there are 2 times you mentioned of women conceiving after quite a long time, but I want to focus on the first woman who nearly conceived, and you were a beginner as a herbalist.
Yes.
Yeah. So when you were giving these woman formulations, were you doing some sort of guesswork? Ama ulikuwa sure ita work? Like, how was it?
Basically, at that time, I would say it was a guesswork. Because I did not have any case studies, I did not have any reference. And it was with a lot of anxiety.
Okay.
Is this going to work? Or is this not going to work? And basically, to my surprise, things begin to take a very good turn. And when I began, like follow up and see how is the progress and all that, it never took even 2 months. This lady had been diagnosed with tubes blockage.
Yeah, that's what you said.
And actually, she had been told the only thing she can do is IVF. IVF actually right now is very expensive, and it was really frustrating, especially for kind of a family that has little background, and it was really frustrating. So after she was able to use the formulations for, it was a period of 2 months, it caught us by surprise that she conceived, and it was amazing. I'll tell you, Joanne, fertility is really nasty. It's nasty.
True.
It will affect families, it will affect men, it will affect, the society. When you hear fertility being mentioned, even right now, you cannot talk about fertility outrightly.
Okay.
It's a path that you need to trod on with a lot of care.
Okay.
As we speak right now, the cases in fertility in Kenya, I'll give you some bit of statistics.
Yeah.
From 2015 to 2052, the statistic by the World Health Organization, fertility cases was 15%. From 2015 to 2022. From 2022 up to date, it has shifted to 20%. Do you know what that means? It means 1 in 5 couples are suffering from infertility. And what that means is that in the population you have in Kenya, it means that 4.3 million of Kenyans are suffering from infertility.
Okay.
It's shocking and it's really intriguing. So it's something that we have really concentrated on, and in ensuring we, bring a shift, bring an impact in this area, and be able to help, people and realize, their dreams come true.
Okay.
People will contact, and you hear the kind of frustration they are going through. There is this man, there is this woman, that they don't have any joy, they don't have any happiness at home. Others will contact and they'll even say, nilifukuzwa nyumbani, because I cannot be able to bring forth children.
Okay.
And it is really frustrating. And the other interesting part is that, you see, for these 20% of the people suffering from infertility, these 20% couples, you'll be shocked to know that 60% of these couples are men.
Okay. I really wanted to ask that,
So
because
if 60% is men, but when you look at, the records, and also you realize that the people that are mostly trying to get assistance is women, which is quite opposite of what would be expected. If much of the cases affecting men, the 60%, you hear men will be struggling with issues of sperm count, the quality, varicocele, STIs, infections, and even, anxiety, stress problems, and all these things create a huge gap and huge impact in the fertility. So you hear, even according to the society right now, you realize that if people are not able to conceive, much attention is given to who?
to women.
To women.
Yeah, very true.
Much attention is given to women, and even people begin, to try push through that these people have a problem, but now this man married a wrong person. You need to get another wife.
And the other wife still doesn't conceive.
And the other wife, still doesn't conceive, and then you wonder what is happening.
From a guesswork that actually worked, how did it make you feel? And how are things from that very moment moving forward?
I really wanted us to be in a situation whereby we are not administering formulations out of a guesswork. And I opted to ensure I'm able to pursue this and be able to know, can I be able to administer formulations out of a position whereby I have the assurance that this thing is going to work. And that's when I opted to dig deeper and pursue pharmacognosy, where I'm able to understand the different types of natural formulations and herbs that are able to offer medicinal value. And from there, of course, we went to further research and be able to have a team that is able to help come up with formulations come up with strategic protocols that are able to address specific issues.
Okay.
So that helps us to stand out. And I also really want to take this opportunity, Joan, and be able to bring out a contrast, because many people like you, they'll ask, since you're doing this, how can you be able to prove that this thing is going to work? And I would also like to tell the people that herbal medicine is effective, but requires a specified threshold that helps to address specific situations. So I also would like to apologize, because you find there has been people that have emerged out and making products, just plunging into the market and introducing remedies without maybe a basis on how maybe they're able to work. And this creates, tension, and creates a situation where people begin to have a certain perception about natural formulations. So this perception really is really discouraging, and for us, it's usually a situation whereby you get to, wonder, how do you present yourself? How do you be able to prove yourself? People have been able to use our formulation and be able to get results. And they are also able to share their results from the formulations they'll be able to use. They post in Facebook groups and our website. You're able to see some of the results that you're able to get from the use of these formulations. And this makes us to stand out, because it's no longer about guessing whether it's going to work or is not going to work. It's about a proof. It's about a result-oriented impact, which is able to ensure we come up with positive results. And this has been witnessed from various parts of the country. We are able to sell formulations in Homa Bay, in coastal region. We also have clients in Kampala.
Nice.
We also have clients. I had a case, I remember at one time, we sent in USA, because we also get what we call the phytosanitary certification from the KEFIS, which is able to prove that these formulations are okay and they are suitable for use. And this has made us to stand out in how we are able to deliver our services. This has caused us to make an impact as far as natural health is concerned.
Let me ask, kama hizi vitu unatengeneza ama unatoa nje?
Okay,
unatengeneza?
So the Easy V2, we have a team. We have a team that has come in, of course, a team that we have been able to research together and be able to come up with formulations that are able to work for particular situations. So we usually source out formulations, or we usually source out the herbs from the local market.
Yes.
And we also have other sourced out from India.
Okay.
Because we usually integrate what is called naturopathic form of treatment that integrates Ayurvedic forms of treatment. So we have some herbs being sourced out from India. For example, we have like what we call the red marker. The red marker that we usually have is from the Peru, from India. So we integrate the local plus the imported forms of herbs in order to come up with formulations that are potent and are effective for specific conditions.
Need to know the perception that people have ikikuja kwa like being a herbalist, and also of course there are so many myths and misconceptions that people have, so maybe you can talk about them.
At one time I got someone contacting and were asking, hey, Robert, will you help me to bring my husband back home? So, and I realized that's quite a huge misconception, and people think that when you deal with the herbs, umeingia kwa uganga.
Yeah.
And that becomes a huge problem. So that's why we specifically, like personally, I had to pursue this as a course. And I had to ensure I strategize and position myself in a way that I'm able to learn and get certified. So being able to get certified and get the approval from pharmacology. And right now we have a certification from what we call the Ministry of Culture. They offer a certification that gives us an upper hand in being able to not just sell, but also process formulations that are safe and effective for human consumption. So that's what gives us, makes us to stand out and also help us to have, effective formulations. So people's perception is usually limited on this basis, because you find in this market, you find there are people out there about to, take advantage of the people, source out, resources in an improper way. But on our context, we have our mindset focused on ensuring we bring an impact. And this impact is based on the fact that we have the necessary certifications, we have the necessary, accreditations that ensures that our product can be used. You see, our product can be used in Kenya. We can sell our products in Africa, in the entire Africa. We sell to people like in Kampala. We sell to Southern Sudan. We sell to Burundi. Right now, this week, yesterday, I sent to Congo. We had a client from Cameroon. And all these are ways to help us ensure we are able to create an impact from different parts of the country and even in Africa in general. And if, for example, a person wants to get a natural formulation from maybe an organization or from a business, one of the best ways to ensure you differentiate from, a good formulation or something you would say, let me use the word fake.
Fake.
Maybe a fake product from one which is authentic. Number one, you have the right to ask for certification.
Okay.
You have the right to ask for an approval. Do you have an approval to process and produce this type of formulation? That is one way of being able to ensure you don't just buy, don't just go and get something being marketed and then you just go buy. You have to ensure you spend on what you know is real, on what you know is legitimate, on what you know is authentic. And that one ensures you beat the odds of situations where people have said natural remedies don't work, natural remedies are bad, and that gives you an upper hand of being able to get what is real and what is actually going to work for you.
So what's the future of Digimal Herbs?
The future of Digimal Herbs, we are in a situation whereby we are transitioning to, at one time, someone asked me, now that we have to think about using of, like beauty stuff, beauty products that will not bring side effects. As I told you, some of the chronic problems that we've been able to deal with are resulting from lifestyle, from what people are able to use, from what people are using, from the exposure to toxins that we have. Like we have one type of a toxin that is grown from, beauty products and even the plastics that people use. There is one called ferrets, which is a dangerous type of a chemical substance that affects not just the health, but the entire, endocrine system. And therefore, we had to sit down and be able to see what do we need to do. And one of the strategies we are laying down is the ability to come up, with beauty products that will ensure we have minimalized and to 0% side effects. If a woman has to use a certain substance, if a man has to use a certain product, then we are guaranteed that this is not going to affect their health in general. And that's the future that we are headed to. And so watch out for, some of the products and some formulations that are basically oriented towards ensuring we get beauty stuff, cosmetics that have no side effects, that will not affect their health in the long run.
So hizo ni makeup ama hadi creams ziko kwa hiyo mix?
Makeups, creams, face, face washes, face masks, lip balms, deodorants.
We are done and happy, as you can see in our faces, of course. And tumefurahia sana having this conversation. And again, this episode has been sponsored by Prime House Interiors Limited, a company that does exterior and interior design. Their website is primehouseinteriors.co.ke. Also, you can find them, you can DM them in their social media platforms like Instagram and Facebook, also in Twitter and TikTok, of course. And again, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, do not forget to do so. It goes by the name Influencer TV Kenya, and this is the home of beautiful, beautiful business stories. See you next time. Goodbye and cheers.